Gino King Boxing back in the building, back with some more boxing news. Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios tonight. Action-packed fight. The fight was determined a draw tonight. Yes, a draw. It's a great fight. Both of these guys showed grit. Manny Pacquiao, 46 years old, came out firing on all cylinders. Mario Barrios led with that jab tonight. He fought a great fight also. Neither one of these guys did enough to have separation during the fight where neither one of them really pulled away. Both of these guys had moments in the fight. And man, I really thought Manny Pacquiao could have won the fight tonight if he would have let his hands go in the 12th round. I think if Manny Pacquiao would have won the 12th round tonight, he would have won the fight. I think Manny Pacquiao was winning the fight up until the 12th round, and Mario Barrios was just a little bit more busy in that 12th round. Pacquiao just relaxed in that last round. I was like, man, why won't Pacquiao throw his hands? He didn't throw his hands enough in that last round. I think he had the fight sold up. But Mario Barrios came through at the end and stole a fight from Pacquiao in the last round. Those last couple of rounds are so important. Really, Mario Barrios won the last 3 rounds. Even if Pacquiao just really had to win the 12th round, he still could have won the fight. He just didn't do enough though. So they determined the fight a draw. I was disappointed. I was rooting for Pacquiao. I wanted Manny Pac to win. He looked good tonight. 46 years old, still moving around the ring. I think Pacquiao, if he really focused on winning, on boxing, and not all this other stuff outside of boxing, Pacquiao could still be one of the guys in that division. I don't think he could be a top guy, but he could definitely give a couple of guys in that division to run for their money for a 46-year-old fighter. Mario Barrios, 30 years old, 16 years younger than Manny Pacquiao. And Pacquiao almost beat him. So, that says a lot about the great Manny Pacquiao. Guys had a great career. And he said in the post-fight reaction, in the post-fight interview that, he's going to keep fighting. So, let's see Manny Pacquiao back in the ring again. These guys could get back in the ring for a rematch. Like I said, it was a good fight, but these guys need to run it back, that rematch. I think Manny Pacquiao can get Mario Barrios the next fight. He could have beat him this fight if the 12th round, if he would have fought hard the 12th round and let his hands go, he would have beat Mario Barrios tonight, But yeah, a great night of boxing tonight. Great night of boxing. The co-main event, Sebastian Fundora stops TSZYU tonight in the fifth round, right before the 6th round. That was an action-packed fight. TSZYU came out fighting. Fundora, both of those guys showed hard. Both of them were hitting each other with bombs. But Fundora, he had a hell of a game plan tonight. He controlled the distance, used that jab to keep TSZYU away, and he just had a little bit more grit than TSZYU tonight. TSZYU was getting hit too much tonight, and where does TSZYU go from here? Where does TSZYU go from here? That's gonna be the question. I think TSZYU, he's had a decent career. These last 3 fights have really been hard on him though. Starting with that first Fundora fight where he got that cut on his forehead and was gushing out blood. I think if it wasn't for that cut, he probably would have won the fight. So. And I think he was at first, in the first part of the fight, I think he was a little timid to run in there and get real aggressive, thinking that, he was gonna get cut again. But after the 5th round, after Fedora came out and let his hands go and was hitting TSZYU with that jab in that 5th round uppercuts, he put it on TSZYU in that 5th. Both of those guys, TSZYU was hitting Fedora with some bombs also in that 5th round, but for some reason TSZYU had enough. He couldn't go back out there again. Like, hey, both of those guys had heart. But yes, Sebastian Fedora beats TSZYU again tonight. Beats TSZYU again. And USYK versus Daniel DUBOIS. Alexander USYK, one of the greats right now. That guy knocked out Daniel DUBOIS in the 2nd round. Alexander USYK, one of the greats, like I said, running the heavyweight division right now. And at this moment, I would like, I like to see Alexander USYK versus Joseph Parker. I think that would be a great fight next. That would be a great fight. Joseph Parker versus Alexander USYK. Seeing the movements of Joseph Parker and his ability to stay busy in a fight and rush his opponents, I think that'll be a great fight between Alexander USYK versus Parker. Great fight. But yes, that's my post-fight reaction. Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios, a draw tonight. Sebastian Fedora stops TSZYU right before the 6th round. And Alexander USYK knocks out Daniel DUBOIS tonight in the 2nd round. This is Gino King Boxing. Y'all press that subscribe button, press that like button, and I'm out.